Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
So here is the master craftsman, the arch schemer, the distributor-in-chief, Andrea Pirlo.
And I imagine he's already thinking of ways to pull all the strings from that deep line position of his.
He's great, isn't he? The vision he has, the way he can see and measure everything in front of him.
Yeah, it's just fair to say that he's always that one step ahead of his opponents.
Lahm is very much the model of the modern-day fullback.
Hernes.
Thuram charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's been slipped through.
He's on and a chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
He's had it nicked away.
Out to the left it goes. Roberto Carlos.
Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's been taken short. Threads one in, flings it across.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Chips it through. This might spell danger. Takes a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bellingham clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Ferdinand clears it away. Backward it goes. Botafogo have the chance to go the other way. Oh, it's Seedorf. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Tries to play it through.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Botafogo are enjoying a lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup, and he was alert to it. Isaac dominates aerially so often. He's found a way through. Now here's the delivery. Climbs up big! They've scored! The breakthrough strike! A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Well, you've always got that threat when he's around. Great movement, and what a great header.
Burnley have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Botafogo are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And this is... And the finish! They've scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Burnley are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Seedorf cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Shot a goal! And now a sudden chance to counter. Now, can they get him away? Seedorf is flagged offside. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And here's Isak. It's run loose here. Gabriel cuts out the pass. Seedorf. Roberto Carlos. Good take and tries a shot! And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. It's a goal kick. Lahm is looking to influence the game from out wide. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he finish? And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Atenção, proprietário do carro azul estacionado em frente ao portão do estádio. Favor retirar o veículo. Ele está prestes a ser guinchado. Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 22.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Camisa 30.
Botafogo decide to shake things up. There has been a change in personnel.
Camisa 13. Camisa 10.
Botafogo different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's found support out wide. That's very neat. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Ferdinand. And Araujo. And it's Hullet. And no, that was never going to make it. And he thumps it clear.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable
That's
here.
beautifully weighted. Oh, shapes to shoot! Keeper's got his work done.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
And already we're underway here.
Luis Suarez. He rises! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Ernest. Seedorf has it out wide and in space. That is lovely. The ball goes in. Oh, what a climb! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Turns back here, probably the best option.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Thuram.
Lahm plays it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And it's Lahm. And this is Hullet. Muscular approach does pay off here. In towards the back stick. And he's there to clear it. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. He's got away. Hernes. That's tidy. Some good work on the right flank here. Lahm. Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Caught offside that time. And he's being shifted off it. Vieira. Now Seedorf. Šeško can be a real threat inside the box. Roberto Carlos. And it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Šeško! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Messi with the short one. And here's Messi. There's the shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Hernes certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Now it's Hullet. Good ball, good take. And here's Suarez. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bergomi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Vieira. Decent progress down the left. Pirlo. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hernes goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tries to pass it through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming.
It's Pirlo! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Saliba makes the interception. Pirlo. Vieira. And it's Neymar. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Seedorf. And he's there to make the challenge. Seedorf cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Hernes threads one in. Mbappe. And we hit half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 30.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been...
He's going for goal! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Araujo with the clearance. Look at this. Neymar! It's a loose ball. He'll try to keep this alive. Lahm delivers.
Well played and well cleared.
Vieira sends it crossfield, and it's Lahm. Botafogo do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Roberto Carlos. Vieira. Roberto Carlos. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Messi picks it up out wide. Chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Up towards the hour mark, and still no goals. Dink through. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Schmeichel with the clearance. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Lahm charging forward down that flank. Crosses it in. Schmeichel claims it. Safe hands. Seedorf. And it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Great chance! He's got away with one there.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Corner number 2 then.
Camisa 20, camisa 21, camisa 17, camisa 19.
Up he goes!
Deixando o campo para a entrada de
Araujo
camisa
is
26,
there, and he can get that clear.
Camisa 11,
Vieira.
camisa 7, camisa 41.
This is the time you need that pace.
Thuram gets across to intercept that. Botafogo are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. He's had a shot! Goal! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 15.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Burnley have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable. Botafogo really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, that's a fine interception. And it's Roberto Carlos. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Fired deep to chance! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Bullet is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Good played through for the wide man. Bellingham receives it in a wide position.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Looking for the run. Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. Corner number 3 coming up. Big header! And that would have won it.
Ibrahimovic really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Now it's Bale. Now, can they get him away? Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Azar is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. And he can clear it away. Botafogo have it back and can go again. Azar. Bale touches it back.
He had nobody else to help out there. Botafogo really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Now it's Bullet. Stood up well to him there. And that's it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I've been in this position myself.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
We have already started here.
When you have Edwin van der Sar in goal, it's like having an 11th outfield player. He can make every kind of save and get his team on the front foot.
He has a great gift for distribution, doesn't he? He almost assists.
Exactly. He's a playmaking goalkeeper who likes to trigger attacks as soon as the ball ends up.
And Seedorf!
Saliba getting this one clear.
Roberto Carlos.
That's good play from him.
Oh, that's fabulous.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rummenigge. Now it's Mbappe.
Ernest.
And here's Seedorf. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Pullet is onto it in a flash.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Burnley have it back and can go again. He's had a shot!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Pirlo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Pirlo goes short.
Played in.
He's got tall. Oh, that's a brilliant save!
Botafogo have the chance to go the other way. That is very well defended.
Bellingham takes control of it and he's on the move.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's picked out the run. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Good ball, good take. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
Saliba gets over and intercepts.
Bellingham.
Now, what about a counter-attack?
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's been cut out, well played.
Neither side yet able to find the net. And here's Messi. Nicely aimed pass.
Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
And this is Roberto Carlos.
Roberto Carlos!
Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while. Rummenigge really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And Messi! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Pullet chasing after it. Vieira. Salam. Pirlo is the team's great visionary. He's a sharp little ball here. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Ferdinand. Bellingham. And it's Lam. That is good strength. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Vieira. Muscular approach does pay off here. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that was vital. Tries to pass it, and the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Messi.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Saliba. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Vieira. Bellingham. Bellingham looking to penetrate opposition lines. Messi. Oh, shooting chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. Punched away.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
He's on it, can he get away? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. There's the whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway. So neither side has yet broken through. That's a lovely, neat pass. Seedorf. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Vieira charging forward, the ball at his feet. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Mbappe, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Rummenigge looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game.
Can he finish? It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Botafogo couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's picked it up out wide. Hullet, and here's Bellingham. Not the most accurate pass, and it's Pirlo. That's very neat. Seedorf. Can he spark a counter here?
There they go, hunting again.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Bergomi is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, delightful ball. Isak receives it in a wide position. Ball driven towards the far post. Cleared away. Botafogo still have the cards to affect this game. Roberto Carlos. Engages and forces him off the ball. Just eases him off the ball. Bellingham. Isak. He's in a great position here. Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And now the breakaway. Now that looks a decent ball. Azar is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Well read, nice interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Botafogo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now this could be a chance. He's dealt with that really well.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substituição.
It's in! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Pelo jogador, aos 38 minutos do segundo tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 23. Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 15.
Botafogo are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Quick look, then plays it in. Van der Sar claims it without any fuss.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Pelé, and this is Bale, and he was alert to it. Vieira. Lam is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Teremos 3 minutos
Bellingham.
de acréscimo.
And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Botafogo with this to level it up. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Burnley desperately searching for the winner here.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And that's it. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Botafogo certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. Well, Jim, there's very little room for debate when it comes to Andrea Pirlo's legacy in the game of football. He made that deep-lying creative position his own.
Although I believe it was something that happened almost by accident.
Pretty happy accident.
Yeah, it seems he started out as a number 10, but he didn't have the necessary pace or physicality, so he just dropped deeper. Now his game is all about stepping up at the right time, picking the most perfectly measured through balls, and he's nailed it.
Roberto Carlos. Vieira. Now Saliba. Little pass back. Messi.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
He's got away. Goes for a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Searching pass he's played there. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pirlo has it out wide and in space.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Botafogo are looking to go forward now. Lahm cuts out the pass. Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. And it's Pirlo. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Lahm. Looking to play him in. Tries a shot! They've done it! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Isak. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested... And it's been given away. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. He's got tall. No, not the best of headers. Ferdinand is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. And it's Bergomi. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Vieira. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And a chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's been taken short. And it's Messi. And Messi! And he's there to get it away. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely shaped ball. Good ball over the top. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well read, nice interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's had a shot! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Mbappe. Hernes. Vieira. And it's Roberto Carlos. He has a look up. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Seedorf. And here's Messi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Bergomi calmly anticipates. And that is a little undercooked.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Lahm. Now it's Hullet. Incoming delivery. Burnley have reclaimed it. Well, there's the clearance. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Second period then underway. Tries to play it through. And the shot! He's scored! And the comeback is complete! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 15.
Botafogo choosing to make the first change.
Camisa 20.
Burnley go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Deixando o campo para a entrada de
And this is
Camisa
Hazard.
3. Camisa 22.
Vieira defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man.
Camisa 23.
Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Burnley have their second corner now. Climbs up big! Oh, off the bar! Just off target.
Well, I can tell you that the aluminium is still shaking after that, and we're talking fractions. That was a great try.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lam touches it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Vieira.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Pull it. Now it's Pelé. He's on it. Can he get away? And he's made sure that's not getting through.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
That's good play from him.
Strong challenge, that could leave a mark.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
A corner it is then. Burnley have their third corner. And oh, he's
He's got that completely wrong. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
You have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Succumbs to the pressure. And they can counter here. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Bale. Good read, needed to be. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Botafogo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Lam. He's found a way through. That pass isn't the best. He's trying to hit the front line here. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Ferdinand gets over and intercepts. And it's Azar. Great vision. And this is Hullet. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Hazard. Judge, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, that could cost them.
That was so poor, a very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
Lam could try cutting inside here.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Araujo. And here's Rafael Leao. Thuram pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And that's really well manoeuvred. Just eases him off the ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Strokes it back. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Played into space.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
And the finish! And the ball's come loose. He's had a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping. Now it's crossed into the middle. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Botafogo did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Botafogo just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining.